Hey, what's going on YouTube? Geo here. Hopefully everybody's having a good day out there. This channel right here, we're going to be taking a look at stories from around the world, and I'll be bringing them to you hot. So if you have any questions, anything to say to me, go ahead and hit me up down in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we're going to roll like that, all right? So hopefully everybody's having a good one once again. So check this out. I was on YouTube. I found something right here. This story, a couple of stories is crazy, man. It says, shooting in Maine on the 295 as a man fired on motorists after killing 4, including his parents. Bro, you got to be some kind of a dude to kill your parents. It says a Maine man fatally shot his... Well, before we do that, pretty much basically, the guy got out of prison, and then when he came home, for some apparent reason, he ended up killing his parents and the friends that were in the home, and he tried to escape, seeing people following him, ended up trying to put some bullets in their vehicle as well. It says a Maine man fatally shot his parents and a couple in their Portland area home before firing at passing cars on an interstate, where he hit 3 members of another family, critically injuring 1. Okay, so it says on Tuesday, within hours of discovering the bodies in a small town of Bodin, and he said he confessed, so that's a good thing. Eden's been charged with 4 counts of murder but could face more charges. The police chief was saying stuff like that doesn't happen in Maine. Right now we're in the how phase, how this happened, things like that, the why. Why did all this happen, all that. When it comes on a later date, we'll try to update you guys, most definitely. It says, here's a little bit about him on what happened. Eden has been released. He was released from the Maine prison on April 14th after serving an approximately 2-year sentence for assault. Under the Maine law, he was barred from possessing firearms because of his prior convictions. It says Eaton shot his parents and the friends at a home and barn in Bodin. I guess one of them was in a barn. He went out there and shot him too. It says then he fled on the nearby I-295, where he began firing at passing cars, believing he was being chased by the police. He then ditched his vehicle and was caught nearby. Okay, he's being held at the Two Bridges Regional Jail, and his mugshot is not being released at this time. So whenever they get all that released, we're going to try our best to update you guys, all right? But I found this other story right here. These teeth are just looking horrible, all right? We're going to go ahead and let's see if we can... Oh, wait, I didn't mess up the whole deal, huh? Let me see. Punch that like that. We're going to try to whole screen that. And I found this one.
And another shooting tonight that neighbors say has been again tied to a simple mistake. Tonight there is now a manhunt for the homeowner who police say shot and wounded a young daughter and her parents after the family says it was a basketball that rolled into his yard. Here's ABC's Maria Villarreal.
People these days.
Tonight, late word, that manhunt now over. A North Carolina man in custody. Police say he opened fire on neighbors, including a 6-year-old girl, after neighbors claim he got mad about a basketball rolling into his yard.
Bruh.
We're getting multiple calls in right now. Somebody is saying their child has been shot.
Authorities say Robert Singletary shot Kinsley White and her parents Tuesday evening just outside Charlotte. Kinsley's left cheek struck by bullet fragments.
Damn, look at her cheek, bro.
My daddy and me.
Ouch.
Daddy shoot a
Oh, that's
kid
like a
down.
little...
Kinsley's father,
Little
William
design
White,
on him.
shot in the back but recovering in a hospital. The family says he tried to draw the gunfire away from them and toward himself. Kinsley's mother, Ashley, also grazed by a bullet. This latest incident comes amid a string of disturbing shootings. Near Austin, Texas, 2 cheerleaders, Peyton Washington and Heather Roth, shot in a grocery store parking lot early Tuesday morning. Police say Pedro Rodriguez fired on the car they were riding in, along with 2 other cheerleaders. After Roth says she mistook his
some
car
old
for her
mistaken
own.
identity type stuff.
Backing out, and then he shoots up the car, shatters the front passenger window, and then I had a bullet grazed my leg.
Wow, that is a lot. My goodness, these stories, man. I mean, people are just going crazy. Here's another one. There's a New York man charged with murder in the shooting of a woman who went up the wrong driveway. Peep. It's not going to get the nasty toes off my screen, but it says a man who has been charged with murder after he allegedly shot and killed a young woman who was in a car that mistakenly pulled into his driveway in rural upstate New York. So this person, pretty much what happened was she pulled up in this person's driveway. I guess she was in the wrong driveway or whatever. And then she ended up backing up soon thereafter. She wasn't even in there long enough. I guess the person came outside and just started unloading on their car. Says the incident occurred on Saturday night just before 10 p.m. Eastern in the small town of Hebron, some 60 miles north of Albany. A group of 4 young adults were looking for a friend's house in the area when they drove their car in the wrong driveway. They were turning around upon realizing their error when the homeowner, identified as 65-year-old Kevin Monahan, came outside with the gun and fired at their vehicle. Okay, I think he shot twice. It said it's a very rural area, dirt roads, not a lot of cellular service, nothing like that. They said it's easy to get lost out there, whether they were lost or not. Kind of seems like they were a little bit. Says they're demanding justice. Says Monahan fired at least 2 shots, one of which struck the passenger in the car, identified as 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis of Schuylerville, New York. The group drove away due to poor cell reception, so they weren't even able to call the police or contact anybody. They just had to drive with her, in the car, bleeding from the gunshot. I mean, that is ridiculous, man. The sheriff described Gill as an innocent young girl, and she comes from a very good family whom he knows personally. That's sad, man. I don't know, you guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about these crazy stories. It's a very sad case that he told reporters. So there was no reason for Mr. Monahan to feel threatened, especially as it appears the vehicle was leaving at that time. So as they were rolling out the driveway, he comes dumping. I mean, wow. Why you dump as they leave? I mean, dump when they first pull in or something. Why you try to hit them up when they leave like they leaving? They're definitely not a threat. They're getting out of your stuff. I mean, he probably thought maybe they was gonna think about getting into his house, so he like on some old don't even think about it type stuff. But you can't do that, man. It says the car was only in the driveway for a very short time before the shots were fired. Okay, they wouldn't disclose what type of firearm was used, so he was getting busy over there. That's ridiculous, man. You guys let me know what you guys think down in the comments about these crazy stories. We got his mugshot right here. Wait a minute. He was uncooperative with patrols on the scene. After approximately more than an hour of talking back and forth through 911 and trying to talk him in person on the scene, he was taken into custody. Look at that. Well, be prepared to spend the rest of your days in jail, sir. You all have a good day.